Charades?
Yeah.
No way.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
let's
okay.
do it. Okay, 2.
Like, like 2 words.
Oh, 2 words.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
You're not supposed to talk, by the way. Just
But like if there's if people don't understand the rules, let's
2. 2 words. You're the number 2. You have fleas. Fleas. You're itchy. Eczema. Contact dermatitis. You're cold. Spatula. Opening a sack. Bag. Opening. Cold. Open. Cold open! Hey, that's a cold open. Nice.
Will you be at the gates of heaven? Congratulations, you won! Alert! 今天恢复你美丽的 Morskin。
How was that monster? Oh, going in for a second. Can't get enough of that, can you? Well, I mean, I'm not one to talk.
Yeah, there you go. You can't get enough of that, can you? Sip, sip, sip.
Pink monster, not because we're women.
No.
Or girly. Or like girly things.
I don't, personally.
No, who does? Who? What male presenting person would like anything feminine? That would be embarrassing. You might be called names at the schoolyard,
Nancy boy,
or in the lunchroom during your 30 minutes off at work. You're just trying to enjoy a Subway sandwich, and so what? You have a flowery keychain, and the whole office comes in, whole store points, and it's fine. Whatever, doesn't matter, does it?
Nope. And I just want to also point out that my legs at the beginning of this, my legs were crossed. And I just did that as to play into the joke you were doing about girliness.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't actually cross my legs ever.
If it was our choice, we would be drinking out of solid gold Monster Energy cans, or like Onyx matte black.
Yeah.
Like with maybe like a lime green accent.
See, if it was my choice, I would just be drinking an effing beer. You know?
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
Natty Light.
Right out of a big old mug.
Uh-huh.
I don't need a handle. I'm not a baby.
No. Well, you gonna fucking you want some training wheels with that handle?
Okay, yes. I was just making sure we press play on the computer background. People would be right miffed if we forgot.
They absolutely would. Getting good muff lately?
I don't know. Ask your mom. The answer would be yes. I did get some good muff.
So good.
That good muff being your mother's.
Is it good?
Well, I mean, I just said that, yes.
Well, I just know that she's been having some hygiene issues, so.
Little crust never hurt anyone. Do you take the crust off of your sandwich?
Nope. That's right. I go right in.
Yeah, she is smelly, though. Just generally. Not down there or anything. I mean, yes, of course, but like just generally.
Right.
Just a stinky woman. Does she bathe?
I couldn't even get 5 minutes into your podcast, Matthew, before Ryan is saying some kind of stuff.
I'm yes-anding, dude. You brought your mother into it. Yeah, I'm noticing a common pattern these days.
Well, my mom blaming you?
You bringing up your mother in a sexual way, unprovoked, unprompted, and unprovoked.
You're gonna put these thoughts in her head that are.
I'm just saying, Ann, just go back and look at the history. I of course, I have my good fun. A lot of the times, though, as of recent, I've just been yes-anding little Matthew.
I know, and you still get
play the tapes, Ann.
Don't do that. You still get the blame from my mom. It's my favorite part. She's like,
And Ryan, oh my God, the things he was saying.
and it's like, I know, Mom, it's sick, it's disgusting.
Even though you're the one lobbing the ball up to me, and I have a bat, and I'm like, oh, here we go, let's go, ding.
I promised my mom I would stop you. I apologize for you. I said, Mom, listen, I'm on behalf of Ryan. I'm sorry because the things he's been saying have just been disgusting and vulgar and.
Well, I was giving her a compliment. You asked me if I had any good muff lately.
True.
And then you brought it to how her hygiene down there was, which I don't know if that's true, Ann. Maybe you send pictures to Matt that I'm unaware of.
It is true.
Okay.
It's definitely lacking. And it wasn't pictures, it was a video. But because she has an Android, it came through really compressed where it's real tiny, Android users when
I
they
just
text
don't
him,
understand what his incessant need is to just go on. Is he trying to prove a point to Ryan? Is he trying to go, this doesn't bother me, to Ryan? And he's just it's like, Matthew, I'm your mother. Do you do you stop and think for a second above you just your own little podcast show? I have a life. I have friends. Our family listens to this sometimes.
Yeah, maybe it is time I stop. Maybe it's time I take a step back and hang my hat up. I think I might need to take a break from the podcast.
Indefinite break.
Sorry, I can't do this.
The respect that I have for my mother has waxed and waned over the years, and now I'm finally seeing that it's come to a point of no return, and I have to decide whether I'm taking this leap and barreling down this pit of despair and your mom jokes at my own mother's expense, or do I plant my foot down firm and stand up for my mother?
I'm coming home, Mama. I'm coming home. Booked the first flight home, and I'm in South Carolina for months. You don't even hear from me. I'm healing with my mother.
You're waiting on her hand and foot. She has a little bell. You're waiting for when will the moment all of this is been forgiven.
The guilt is just overwhelming me.
She starts taking advantage of it.
Like what?
Ding 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 ding.
Come on, Ryan. now you're making it disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I was gonna go further if you were curious as to where that joke was going.
I am curious, actually.
It involved peanut butter.
Oh man,
I can't listen to it anymore. I can't.
Well, you haven't been taking our warnings, Ann. We've been consistently. Matt especially has been consistently warning you episode after episode to not watch.
We named an episode Matt's mom don't watch this, or Matt's parents don't watch
Matt's
this.
sister,
yeah,
please don't watch.
And guess what? They still watched. My mom. I was on the phone with her last weekend actually, and I was, we'd been on the phone for 2 hours, having a good talk, and I know she can really. Where do you think I get it from? And she was like, okay, Matthew, well, I have to go now. And I was like, wait, before you leave, Mom, there's a podcast episode coming out where Ryan makes a joke, and it's really funny. And it was the thing about my grandpa dying and the puppet thing. And I explained it to her, and I just told her it's really funny. And she was just like, okay, well, have a good day. And I was like, she actually... upset.
She was a little bit upset, which I would understand, of course. She's a little more she's. But at the end of the day, I feel you're the new generation. You are the new. You are more of the newer formed patriarch of the Watson regime or the Watson clan, and I feel like
regime.
I feel like maybe your say and your approval holds a little more weight than Ann Watson's.
Yeah, she's so yesterday, right?
And you're so today.
Uh-huh, exactly.
You're so 2000 and now.
And she's so 2000 and then.
Yep.
And also, here's what I'll say, okay? She might get offended that we made light of her father's death, But guess what? He's my grandpa too.
And you can't control Matt's want to make jest of his death, Anne.
Listen, you're not the only one related to him, Mom. Okay? I may have never met him because he died before I was born, but you don't get to be offended at all because he's my grandpa too.
To be fair, he shouldn't have been playing with those puppets. There was a sign and everything. Dude. Do not play with the puppets.
Fuck, that was good, dude. That was some good comedy.
You know, the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3.
The 1 was in the last podcast.
The one and
then the 2, 3.
When you said the puppet thing, you know what I loved about that was you didn't elaborate. You just said the puppet thing, and it leaves it up to the imagination of the listener.
I still think I kept it very general enough to where it's like you don't know what happened. I do.
And I do as well because you're my best friend and I shared it with you.
And it was in the newspaper at the time. It was a mess.
I'm sorry. It was a mess.
Fluids everywhere. All sorts of fluids. God, he's looking down from heaven right now going,
just being lucky. Never mind.
Yeah, he's in hell. Is that the joke you're making? My mom wouldn't like that one, Ryan. Her dad did not go to hell.
He sent a lot of people to hell.
Yeah, he did. He was a killer. He was cold-blooded.
He was a killer.
Yeah.
He's a murderer.
He was.
You know, he went overseas and killed people in their homeland.
So that doesn't count, though. You know? So when you get to the pearly gates, it's like, oh, you did this in war? Okay, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like if someone came into the United States and killed us. If they went back, like, it doesn't matter to them.
No, when they go back to their home country, it's like it doesn't count.
They're like, we tried. Whether they failed or succeeded, they still got to go back and chill. You know. Mm-hmm. Do you think they had martinis? In history, when something went bad, let's say like, a battle didn't go as planned. Do you think they had pizza parties for the soldiers as like a consolation, as like a, hey guys, you tried? We got pizzas.
All right, team. I know it didn't quite go the way we wanted it to, but we got pizza.
And he's really nervous because they only had margarita pizza.
Oh.
And he's waiting for them to open up those boxes.
He's like, guys, I know that the battle...
It's wartime, so...
I know the battle was lost, but we got pizzas, and, I think we should all be appreciative of what we can get,
Pepperoni?
Couldn't get pepperoni. Just won't outright say it's margarita.
Yeah.
The soldiers are like, oh, man. Well, it sucks that we lost the battle in most of our platoon, but hey, pizza. They go and they open the box. Oh...
See, I do. It works in both ways because, like, the thought of like a soldier that's traumatized, that's probably starving, living off of like dried bean paste in a can, like they would be like, "Ugh, margarita pizza though."
Hasn't had a proper meal in weeks because he's just been in like the muddy trenches. He's literally calorie deprived. And just surviving off cigarettes, maybe a sip of whiskey, and some dried bean paste.
Eating the filters after smoking the cigarette.
Which they do have some flavor. That's why you got to eat them after you smoke. Opening up the box, seeing margarita, and just going, no thanks. Really? No, none for me. Margarita pizza is, no.
I don't enjoy it.
That's what my parents would get that a lot.
All, I understand, fun.
It's a parent pizza.
It's fun.
It's a pizza that growing up, your parents would get that one, and you'd be like, "Ugh, why? Am I gonna be like that when I'm older?"
You know what? I think I like just a good cheese and pepperoni, and the only addition that I do like to add on to that is just like feta cheese crumbles.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's really good.
I like
I'm a very simplistic boy. And you like a lot of different pizza. You like Hawaiian pizza, right?
I think Hawaiian's my favorite.
I've never had it. I would be open to try it. I just can't imagine the mushiness of the pineapple going well with
Have you never
Pizza.
tried pineapple on pizza?
No, I haven't.
Really?
Mm-mm.
So you haven't even tried it?
I'm so sorry.
Luke, don't keep that in, okay?
I gotta scratch my nuts real quick. Don't keep this in as well.
Don't keep that in either. Let's get back on this pizza discussion. We're going to drive some engagement. Going to go crazy today, Ryan. Pineapple on pizza.
Bro, what if we did getting Ryan's first pineapple on pizza vlog? The guys go get pineapple on pizza
Vlog?
We could literally just go film that today.
Today, yeah.
We do have a good bit of stuff to catch up on, though.
Ketchup. I don't put that on pizza.
Ketchup or mustard?
Huh?
You know?
No. What's that?
I don't know.
Sounded like you were referencing something.
I'm referencing like our own video that hasn't come out yet. We'll have
the one talking about No Country for Old Men.
No, I'm talking about the Forrest Gump Uncle Sleepover cut up for YouTube, where Uncle Dan, no, sorry, Lieutenant Dan's like, Splatfest this weekend, Forrest, ketchup or mustard?
I like ketchup, Lieutenant Dan.
You know, I've been ketchup the past 3 seasons. I lost all 3 Splatfests.
I'm going mustard. Last time they're ever doing it.
Wait, they got rid of ketchup? It's mayo and mustard.
What the? Dude. No, I can't do this one, Forrest. Sorry.
I'm
I gotta sit it out.
I'm excited to release the cut up. I'm sure people will enjoy it.
It's out. It's already out.
Yes, it is out
for
now.
those who are listening right now. And for those who are listening on Patreon, maybe because you want to listen to this early and ad free, the whole movie is on here. So the Forrest Gump Uncle Sleepover, you can watch the totality of the 2.5 hours, and it's a good one because that's a great movie.
We just have to re-export. We have to
Right.
pull up. Yeah. Easy.
Maybe
Easy.
you know what? Maybe we'll do that today.
Well, because we also have to record that little bit for the intro today.
Do you have the file of the movie?
Yeah, it's on the hard drive.
Yeah. Okay, dope. Cool.
I mean, it's on my imaginary hard drive because I don't have movies on my hard drive.
Dude, you don't have to play this game anymore. I'm not going to steal your hard drive to watch movies on it, okay? I know you have movies on it, and that does not make it more tempting for me to steal. All right? You don't have to keep worrying about this.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I don't even know why you're saying anything because I don't have a collection of over 1,000 movies on that hard drive.
4K? Would they be in 4K, theoretically, if you had them?
What's it to you if they were? These hypothetical movies that don't exist.
Is it like, hypothetically, like a mix of genres? Like comedy and romance and thriller?
If I was to have a hard drive filled with over 1,000 movies, I would categorize them into genres, and then within those genres, I would then go alphabetical. But then we're talking about subgenres, so that's where the subfolders come into. So
it's organized.
No, it's
Is all the metadata filled out on each file?
Can we go to ads real quick? Go Cox!
That's right. Dude, you are a fucking walking contradiction today.
I'm
I
a
just
house
noticed.
divided, baby.
Look at that. I didn't even catch this until just now. Brother has a Clemson Tigers hat on and a Carolina Cox t-shirt on. 2 rivals.
House divided.
Those bumper stickers I saw all the time. A house divided.
Do I look cool?
You do look really cool with it backwards. You know, the glasses also are looking good. I've seen many a comment about it. Actually, recently I accepted a FaceTime call from one of our editors, Michael. Michael did.
He's French, so it's Michelle.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought he just had a speech impediment.
No.
That would explain. Okay, but Michelle, he's one of the editors for Elden Ring, recent mail video, episode 49.
He pops his little editing bussy.
He pops that little editing bussy.
Here's an example of it.
It's nails. Well, mine is little nails, and they have like the Iron Giant, Bubba Gump Shrimp, a monkey, a bunch of weed, a bunch of little cute designs.
Wow, Michelle knows how to fucking cook, and edit as well. Very good at editing. But You know, he made a comment to me about your glasses.
That they suck? Because I do need to get a new prescription soon because they're kind of waning.
That's what he said. He said, you know, looking at those, I can kind of tell that the prescription might be off by 0.25 at this point.
They're probably off by about 0.25.
Right.
But it's not something that I notice. They still make vision better, but I don't think vision's as good as... They're also a bit small. I need to clean them a little bit.
My glasses are always so insanely dirty, and I don't notice until either someone points it out or I take them off and then see it. And I'm like, whoa.
I have to clean them like multiple times a day, like morning, midday, night, typically. Give them a good wiping.
They double things for me. Like the computer screen over there, it's like almost doubled. How do they look on me?
Look good.
Do I look smart? Do I look like a genius?
See, I went with thin wire frame. I guess that's what they're
look
very
good.
lightweight.
These look good on you. I like them. But Michael, the comment he actually made was he said he really liked this era of the way you look. He really likes the glasses.
Ooh, and
I've seen some.
I guess I'm
comments.
still wearing shorts, but
You know, small changes one by one. You're dressing, dude. You know,
I'm dressing to impressing.
mm-hmm. Back in the day, in like 2017, 2016, you know, you were just, you know, rocking the black T-shirt,
The trash bag gym shorts.
the black gym shorts, the and one gym shorts.
Or the gray one. The gray ones really look like a trash bag.
Yes, because they were kind of like sleek and shiny.
Yep. I mean, we recorded. There's definitely an episode with me wearing those, right? Or did
So many.
did we start recording the video? No, we were recording the video when I was wearing the kind of gym shorts because I moved to these comfortable sweat shorts.
That's right. You started. You really started impressing.
Different fabric sometimes. I have this green pair that looks kind of knitted.
Really?
Yeah, but it's hard to get a nice because they always get like kind of
I
tight in the waist, crotch, and rump. Meaning I need to get a bigger size.
You have a rather rotund rump.
I have gained a little bit of weight.
I have lost a little bit of weight. In fact, Ryan, bad news. I am 6 pounds away from my minimum.
I don't even want to see where I picture that I'm around 210, 215 right now.
You know what this is though? I'm 141 as of last night, and my minimum's 135.
Palindrome.
I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm not gonna gain or lose any weight.
Fuck yeah.
You know, maybe the universe is just setting us on the paths we need to be on, right? Because SuperMega is known for, you know, stick and circle.
Yeah.
You know? The tall skinny one
And the round.
and the short fat one.
Yeah.
So maybe the universe, you know, we had a period where, you know, I had gained some weight, you had lost some weight, and we were kind of starting to move towards a median where you and I just looked like two average, you know, two average Joes. And the universe said, no. You're going to fall off if you guys look the same. We need to get you back to your roots of Matt being very malnourished and scrawny. And Ryan, you need to be obese and short.
But you can have glasses now.
Mm-hmm. And
Which
Matt,
is nice.
You can have long hair. You don't need to have that the short.
But it's going to stay brown. For now.
Won't let me go back to blonde. I've been trying. Universe is going, sorry, no blonde. You're not going back to that era.
I've been trying to go back to the galaxy.
I don't know what this is a reference to.
When I made my hair blue and purple.
Oh, yes. The galaxy color. That was good. Can we get
An era.
Can we get a picture of that next to a picture of me from that same era when I also had the blonde?
That's true.
Look at that. I'm stunting in this picture. It's a selfie where I'm going.
And here's a picture of our podcast editor, Luke, if he had mutton chops and blonde hair.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, and little circular glasses.
Yeah. Like John Lennon ones.
Yeah.
But even smaller.
And Luke, not that I don't trust your skill. I just feel like Matt's the only one that can visualize. So he'll take care of that for you. So no need. Yeah, I couldn't do any better. I could do a drawing.
Here's Ryan's.
I think it looks good. Now, hold on to that thought as I take a suck of this delicious watermelon sativa vape.
Only if it's in the place of my penis, so it looks like you're sucking my penis. Give it. Come on, dude. Let's do the joke. Do the joke. It's funny visuals. Come on.
No.
Thanks.
Why were you standing in front of me?
It's fine.
Ah.
Dude, you're gonna be Haigh. Fucking that was
Haigh.
Yeah, that, you know,
I'm
honestly,
gonna be Haig.
that was an actual genuine blunder on my part. I don't know why there was an A. I feel stupid. Maybe you got me contact high.
Maybe. Shit, I forgot.
What?
I'm not prepared with something, and hold on.
What?
Just hold on 1 second. I came unprepared, unfortunately. Not the first time.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
You ejaculated unprepared?
Stop.
Like you weren't ready? Me, when I prematurely ejaculate, when I'm trying to have sex and I embarrass myself in front of the love of my life. Are you looking up word of the day? Word of the week? Yeah. Yes.
Can you introduce it?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for a segment that this will now be the third episode in a row that we've remembered to do this segment. I already know that, you know, there's going to be some snark comments going, wow, this segment's great. I can't wait for them to do it 2 times and never do it again. Guess what? 3, bitch. 3. We're doing it 3 times. And every single week from now on. We're not going to forget. What is it? It's SuperMega's Word of the Week. The Funny Brothers Word of the Week. And the goal here is to, you know, help you guys learn. So you come to our podcast, you get some giggles, you know, you get some good mood, but you also get a little knowledge, and knowledge is power. So we'd like everyone to also take this word of the day and use it in a sentence in the comments. Ryan, would you like to say this week's word of the day?
And you can
word of the week?
Yeah, you can double check me on this one, but this week's word of the week is defenestration.
Is that removing a penis?
Defenestration, the definition, the act of throwing someone or something out of a window.
Oh.
So let's use it in a sentence.
Defenestration.
The heated argument ended with the dramatic defenestration of the office printer.
Damn.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Defenestration? Let me see. Defenestration, for sure. Yeah. So it's on screen if you guys are unsure of how to spell it, but we would love it if you guys could use this in a sentence in the comments below, or, you know, if you can find a way to use it before the next podcast episode, somewhere in real life, you know, out and about. Maybe you're talking to your parents, you get a chance to flex.
Remember Dad's defenestration of the coffee mug earlier this week?
Honey, we don't need to talk about your father's anger issues. I don't know what word I was thinking of, but there is a word that's kind of similar that has to do with removing of the genitals.
Well, that can be your word of the week, but that has nothing to do with this word of the week.
It's our word of the week. Defenestration.
Defenestration has nothing to do with. Well, you could defenestrate fecal matter. You know.
I could, yeah. That doesn't have anything to do with removing genitals.
You could
defenestrate your genitals, you know?
Oh, true.
You could throw them out a window. I mean, honestly, if you get defenestrated hard enough through a glass window, it could easily remove the genitals.
Like the shards of the glass would. Okay. Like a Final Destination type shit.
Yeah, exactly. I've never seen any of those movies.
I just recently saw.
Did you see the new one?
The new one.
Really?
Which, entertaining. It was fun. Like, the deaths are fun leading up. You know, I love the whole. Essentially, all the scenes are the same vibe as watching one of those videos of someone doing a really cool domino thing, like contraption.
Right.
That's like what everyone is, because it's like one small thing sets off, like it's like a loose screw pops off, which then shoots at a can, which the can falls on some sort of thing that starts to roll. You know, it's
really?
That's really how the deaths happen.
It's like a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah, that's like the deaths. It's all about like what a crazy butterfly effect that all these things lead to these deaths? I mean, it is death actively searching out people. The premise of this one, and I haven't seen the other ones, but I would imagine they are, is like these people at some point in their life cheated death, so the Grim Reaper or death itself is coming to kill them because it doesn't like that they cheated death. It's like,
He's like,
that's
you
not
thought
cool.
you could get away from me the first time? Well, not this time.
Exactly. And there were a lot of fun deaths, but again, there's only so many times you can have that same kind of beat for beat type of scene.
Yeah. How many are there? Like 5 or 6 movies?
I think this was the 6th one.
See, all I can remember, I've never seen them, but I do remember back when I was a youngin' seeing the trailers for them on TV.
Oh yeah, with like the
roller coaster. I remember that one.
Yes,
and
then the truck with the trees in it.
That's the big famous one. The truck with the logs on the back, which I actually saw for this new one. Advertising. They were advertising on the back of a truck with logs, which I think is very funny. Very
but what
clever.
if that accidentally?
If that actually like
killed someone,
and then
do you think it's like even better?
It's great marketing. It's great marketing for the movie.
Yeah, a little fun. I feel like horror movies a lot of the times are kind of like you really only get the true effect if you go see it in a crowd. And I saw it in a packed theater.
Oh, so that's fun. Fun theater
so a lot of
experience.
reactions, yeah. But I don't know if like I would watch this alone at home. You know what I mean? And not like, it would be too scary. It's just like a part of the fun is going to go see it with people and react to it. It's like, oh, that was crazy, wasn't it?
When someone gets sliced and diced, everyone goes, ooh!
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Woo! P.U. That's when someone shits their pants in the movie. Spoiler alert.
Did you?
No,
Wait, in the movie theater or in the movie?
In the movie.
Oh, okay.
There's a pants shitting scene.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did they die from it?
Yep.
Spoiler. You did say spoiler alert. I just want to make sure people know.
So,
Luke, you might want to put a thing at the beginning of this episode, like final destination spoilers,
Yeah.
referring to the poop scene.
It's a big character too.
People
Comes out of nowhere.
Really
Yeah.
shits himself and dies, or what happens?
Well, they do like a little fart noise, and then they go, I think I just shit myself. And then you see like it's brown and red, and then he falls over and dies. Fuck!
I wish that was genuinely like how the main character of the movie died. Just in the middle of a scene, just, oh no.
I honestly, the movie probably would have at least gained 1 point from me if that happened.
One whole point?
One whole point. I would have gone, because I would have been like, oh my God, Matt.
You gotta see this.
You gotta see this, just for this one scene. So great. Almost like how I would say while the entirety of we got to see the entirety of The Curse.
Oh yeah.
This was your second watch through. This is my first watch through. I was just gonna make the connection of, I would say that like, while the entirety of The Curse is great, I feel like it truly is all about the finale episode.
100%.
Without spoiling anything. It's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's all about that last little bit. That's the bit that matters.
We finished it. It's 10 episodes. I highly, highly recommend everyone listening, if you're looking for a new show and you like Nathan Fielder.
You know, like slice of life type stuff. Stuff that, others might call meandering.
Mm-hmm. It's very unique. It's Safdie, Benny Safdie, Nathan Fielder, Emma Stone. And when those heads come together, some magic happens. Genuinely an incredible show. It's not for everyone. A lot of people I know that have tried it and watched a couple episodes and they're like, I don't think this is for me.
Which is fine.
It's definitely not a show I would say. If I asked my mom to watch it, I don't think she would like it. It's very.
No.
She doesn't understand art. So it's like, it's great though, and it all leads up to a finale episode that makes everything worth it.
It's just like I don't want to say anything about it. You just gotta. The whole show's great, but the finale truly stands as its own, beautiful thing.
And I believe I said this when I first watched it, and you hadn't seen it yet, but it truly is. I have never, ever seen a piece of media do something like this, and I've never seen an ending to a movie, a game, a book, anything that was on this level. And that's all I'll say. It's probably my favorite ending to anything. And like overall, I think Ryan,
Did you forget what you were going to say?
well, yes, and the reason that happened is I started hearing like static in my brain, and I saw these like images flashing, and
Yeah, I put them there. Hold on, man, I just want to talk. I think, this is a new segment. Luke, find music and goddamn it, make a great logo. A new segment on what's hip and happening now. That's not the name of the segment. That's just like what the segment does. It's like what are people talking about? What's popular? Okay. So like let's see what's popular. I'm just gonna go onto the popular page.
wait, what graphic is he gonna make?
I don't know.
If you don't give him the name.
I mean, we'll figure it out in the
We'll figure it out together.
Yeah,
Right.
in the it's gonna be called whoa
Is the part of it too?
yeah
Whoa. Okay, cool.
whoa
Great logo, Luke.
and then so what's popular?
Popular.
So in recent news,
I'm glad we're doing this segment because we do need to find a
no,
way
we
to make
need
things
to
more
be topical.
Right,
That's why I'm doing it. And
People want to hear us talk about what's hip and happening right now.
Hold on. There's not a lot. It's too. Okay. Tom Cruise is very serious about making a Les Grossman movie. Let's talk about that. Now, Les Grossman, I mean, to be honest, Matt, he is my favorite character in Tropic Thunder. So I would be all down for a movie centered around Les Grossman, though I do worry that is too much of a good thing, a bad thing. Let's talk about this.
Well, that character is just so over the top that I think it would be very easy to accidentally overdo it.
Jump the shark.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he's funny in Tropic Thunder because he's so intense. And I mean,
hold on one second, Luke. Just like on E! News, you got to have the subject title, what we're talking about, as a banner down there with a little picture
and the little logo too, in the corner.
Whoa,
yeah. So basically, I think that it's a part of the reason it's so funny in Tropic Thunder 2 is because it's Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
It's like the movie has a lot of famous people, but you just don't really expect Tom Cruise of all people to be, because he's very serious.
Yeah, and we're talking about the same Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
the famous Scientologist Tom Cruise.
Famous Scientologist.
Active Scientologist general. He has all those medals. He has a lot of medals.
He's essentially the president.
Did you see all those medals he has?
He has a lot of medals. Put those on screen too, Luke.
It's called Say Dog, See Dog, Luke. It's simple broadcast journalism. I learned this in high school. Whenever we're talking about something, people got to see it on screen, so so they know what we're talking about.
They can't just imagine what all these medals look like.
No, again, our viewers lack imagination, and they come to us for it. And you're a part of that, Luke. Provide the imagination for them.
We're Willy Wonka, essentially.
Yeah, instead of chocolate, we're making giggles.
Yeah, we are.
Bars of giggles. Bars of giggles.
Woo!
When we make music.
Or when we sell fake pressed Xanax on the street to teenagers. Which, by the way, we got to talk about that because I think we need to get a different supplier. There's been a lot of...
No, Mark's been great for fucking, years, dude.
I know, but... he's upcharging.
It's always quality. If we start going
it's it's fentanyl. There's fentanyl in it.
No. Dude, Mark doesn't cut his shit. We're gonna start getting fentanyl in our shit if we go to Captain Sparkles.
When's the last time you took one of these? I got barred out last weekend, and that shit, I almost died.
That's not a Markiplier problem.
No,
That's a you problem.
I'm not talking about going to Captain Sparkles for to be the supplier, but maybe we should consider.
Because that's a one-way ticket. We will get in some shit.
Yes. Maybe consider Lord Minion 777.
Loosely connected, cheaper product.
No fentanyl. I know for sure that Wade is not cutting his product with fentanyl.
Well, no, because he's connected to Mark.
No, but I think what I'm saying is Mark has gone the cheaper route as of late, and has started. They feel too good to be just Xanax. There's fentanyl in them, 100%. I haven't tested it. I'm just letting you know. I'm telling you that there's fentanyl in the.
No, I don't believe it.
We're getting off topic.
Okay.
Back to Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's step away from slandering Markiplier. Okay.
I'm not slandering him. it's a fact. There's
if you want clean product, go to Markiplier.
Well, go to us because we're the ones selling it. He's just a supplier. Unless you're buying in wholesale,
people aren't going to come to us
Markiplier.
after you start saying that we're slinging fentanyl around.
We're not
You kind of killed our market, buddy. So,
There's no fentanyl in the Xanax that Ron and I sell.
which we get from Mark, who has good quality stuff.
Yep. Okay. Less Grossman. I think it's also like that character can be very exhausting in a large quantity by chance.
Okay.
Or possibly is what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know. It could be good. I think the funniest character in that movie is Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey as like the agent for Ben Stiller's character. I think if he's not in it, I don't want to see it.
No.
McConaughey though, it's just.
And we all understand that, not wanting to see things. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't have a choice in seeing things or not. Like the unfortunate news that Duck Dynasty founding father Phil Robertson has died at the age of 79. Can we have a moment of silence? And
No.
Some duck quacks. Maybe some music. I'll let you choose it, Luke. The silence for Matt and I, we're providing ambiance for you to enjoy silence.
And
as
so
well.
you can have a moment
Yeah.
of silence of your own.
That's enough, I think.
That's good.
So what do you think about that? Duck Dynasty is a dynasty no more.
Dude, I am actually genuinely just floored by that news.
It is topical and hot.
The old guy from
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty, he died.
Well, he did.
No
That's 79.
fucking shit.
Phil Robertson's son.
Phil Robertson's son? He died too? That's devastating.
Ooh, sorry. And the last topical thing that's showing up, we'll do it. Rule of threes.
One more topical thing for Wahoo.
Survey shows Gmail users would gladly sacrifice features for more privacy.
No, I want Google Gemini. I want their AI assistant to look at my emails and give me the pop up a window that I don't care about that's blocking things.
Have you seen those word prompts?
Yeah.
Shit that they've been releasing.
Mm-hmm.
I like the kind of joke that people have started to do by just putting Google VO3 and then making parodies of those videos. But at the same time, it creates this uncanny valley feeling because it's is this just really good AI? Or is this people making fun of it? It's
What's VO3?
or I think is that what it's called? Whatever the Google film thing is that they released, where it's
I don't know about this.
what? It's hold on. Let me find the video or an example real quick.
It's funny because Google's AI.
It's the biggest fucking. It's
Really?
Yeah, it allows them. It's essentially
What?
for creatives.
VO3?
Or it's not for creatives. It's to
That's
steal.
AI?
Yes, it's to steal creatively. It's look, you can create a setting in a.
Oh yeah, I can kind of see the uncanniness, when she's running towards the camera. Damn, that's impressive as fuck. Wow.
So that's going on. And what I was saying, it's creating this uncanny valley effect with me because there are starting to be people memeing on it.
Right.
But at the same time, it's hard. My brain goes, has AI gotten good enough to the point where some of these that are making fun of it are also just these prompt videos? I don't know. We're getting to it's getting crazy, Matt. It's getting scary.
Yeah,
dude, AI is starting to be in like ads and shit.
Yeah, it's shocking how good it's gotten.
Google
in such a short
Images
period of time.
littered with it. It's starting to annoy the
God.
fuck out of us.
Dude, Google Images needs to have some kind of setting where it can show you what's not.
But
like,
how do
you
you
turn off AI? Or
how do you detect that?
Well, I mean,
because it's a lot of these like stock photo websites.
That's what I'm saying is like if there's a way it could just like tell from the website it's getting it
like
from,
categorize
right?
it.
Not every picture that's AI it's going to be able to do that for, but it's like for the most part it's pulling pictures from Shutterstock, and on Shutterstock, you know, I'm sure you can label things as AI or not, and it just goes, okay, the AI pictures from Shutterstock, let's set those with its own tag, so then you can turn it off and not see the AI. Adobe Stock is what we use a lot because, you know, they have a lot of good stock images, stock videos. And lately, whenever I go on Adobe Stock and I search something, it's all fucking AI. And I have to go into the settings manually each time I search and turn off include AI, and it's very frustrating.
I hate seeing it in Google Images.
I know, because
it's
like I want a picture of something, and how am I supposed to know what's real now?
Remember the wonder, like, yes, there's like this like aspect of like, ooh, I get to look something up and now it's presented to me. It's like whatever, but like I just remember this wonder of going online and like looking up a thing and then seeing that thing and knowing that thing is a picture of that thing. And
right.
Like, holy shit, that's what that is? That's what that looks like? Like, I'm talking about when I was a kid. You know, even talking about like when I'd look up the term something, let's even go something fantastical, werewolves. It would be people's drawings, people's costumes from a movie. Like this AI shit, like it's kind of like a lot of movies when they started doing a lot of CG, they start to feel soulless, and so we're starting to get this very soulless internet. And so, you know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of character. It's losing that character because all of this AI can be just produced like.
That's the thing, man, is like we're going to get to a point where it's like, can AI just literally make you a movie to watch?
It will. Like, dude, or
a TV show, or even a game to play. Can it program a video game for you to play on the spot? Like, I'm sure in the next few years, or at least in the next decade, you'll be able to tell AI, like, hey, I want to make a video game about this, and it includes this, and it just makes it for you right then and there.
Dude, I would have never been able to imagine where AI even is today. Like, even back when I was in college, AI as a terminology was typically used for like when people are programming AI for like a video game, something that like has boundaries, that isn't this like sci-fi thing. Like
it's not real artificial intelligence.
Yeah, AI like real artificial intelligence in the way that it's being used now has always seemed like this. I guess to me, because I never did much research on it. But growing up, even as I said in college, like this very avant-garde, this very like out there kind of like, not avant-garde, but very abstract sci-fi thing.
When we're 60, we'll have it.
Yeah, like, but like now seeing at how it just kind of like, it feels like overnight, it like crept up and all of a sudden it's has skyrocketed.
I remember a few years ago when it was DALL-E. DALLE. That was like the first image generation one that kind of popped off.
Was that the one with the puppies and stuff?
It was shitty though. You know, you would like give it a prompt and it would give you 9 images, and they were like not good. But I remember at the time being blown away.
It's like it's just making what I'm saying.
It's making the image, yeah.
It's making a kitten with a blue mohawk.
Exactly. And even though it looks bad, and like if you look at it up close, the textures are all fucked and stuff. It's still like cool and crazy that it's doing that. You and I even have videos on SuperMega
with the AI doodle,
whatever
the fuck. Yeah.
Oh my god, pics to pics.
Yeah, like that was interesting.
Right.
It's just that it comes to a certain point where it starts to become a problem, and it's becoming one of those problems like time and time again. It's like with fucking anything, we're not gonna stop it in time.
Because money.
Yeah.
That's what scares me a lot is like I think that AI overall, it's like the natural next step of human technology. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, what happens is
It's just more automation.
Right.
Something to take anything off of the quote-unquote common man. Like, we don't like to do things. We
Right.
like to imagine not doing things.
Right.
That seems to be what we... Usually it was out of convenience, you know, like we're going to design a way of travel that's a lot like easier. But now it's becoming like, I don't want to put beans in a I don't want to grind like coffee beans. I don't want to, you know, I feel like, I guess there's that conversation to be had is like, we're becoming all like blah, 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 blah. We're getting everything to do everything for us. But in a real sense, we are getting to that weird kind of Wall-E-esque world where everyone's going to be sitting in a chair and being catered to by technology as we're all becoming just like infantile, dumb-brained, clapping at the next like Squid Game season 7, whatever the fuck, you know.
it scares me.
Made in AI.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say, like AI. You know, I think it is a tool that it can be very useful, and I think that it's something that is just going to become ever present and more ingrained in society, where it's inseparable eventually when we're older, and we're still in like the early days of it right now,
Which is scary.
yeah, and the thing is, it's advancing so fast, and I think that AI genuinely is such a threat in the sense of it can be used and exploited in a way where, you know, because once it's way smarter than us, and once it's way, I mean, it probably already is, but it's like once, I don't know, it's like Pandora's box. Once you get AIs so smart, there's like a point where, because I think I remember seeing that like Chat GPT, like OpenAI and stuff, the way, or not Chat GPT, sorry, some other AI system, now it's at the point where it's doing things on its own, and like the researchers don't understand, like the people making it don't understand how it's even acting the way it's acting. They just know that it's doing it.
Yeah.
And that's freaky. And to think of like the implications of, I think what scares me too is the way it's going to be used for capitalism. Like
Already is, you know?
yeah, and
You've seen it.
that's why it's not being like, there's like no regulations in place. There's no
Well, it's being advertised to the common people as a fun thing.
right.
Like, make your own memes. Like, tell Grok to do this. Tell Google AI to do this. It's like, make a fun picture, send it to your friends. Ooh, make a video of your friend doing a backflip on a Ferris wheel. Won't that be funny? Like,
Make this picture talk.
yeah, and, you know, maybe it's just our old brains, but I miss the days of, like, ǧýb, where it's like, yeah, you're putting your friend in something, but there's, like, a fun, creative spin to it. I don't know, like, what I've seen a lot is, of course, Grok is used. I'm guessing it's Grok. There's a lot of AI shit that's used, but it's just people kind of, like, lazily making their own memes. Like, when, I see it a lot on, or I've seen it a lot on X. It'll be like people responding to something. It'll be usually typically something racist or very vile. But people can just make memes out of that now.
Right.
People can just make pictures of whatever they want. Like Kevin Sorbo can make when the whole the 8647 seashells controversy was going on.
Did Kevin have a banger?
Kevin Sorbo and everyone started like telling AI to make spell this out in seashells. And it was like, and I'm just like, fuck us, dude. This sucks. This is awful. Like, just giving anyone, and maybe, I don't know if this sounds kind of gatekeepy, but giving everyone the means of being able to create something that typically would take talent and time is kind of infuriating.
I see what you're saying. You know, it's just scary because there's a lot of stupid people.
Well, it's like when I even like take it to like old Twitter memes or Instagram memes, like someone made that. Someone was funny enough.
The idea came to them.
Someone
and they had to sit
downloaded the
down
font. They
Right.
fucking crushed it to the point that they wanted to like. But now you can just tell, hey, make a crushed meme that says this and it has this in it, and it has a rat doing a handstand with a funny hat on.
I would like to see that.
Cool. It's I don't know. It takes the
Takes the fun.
the genuine nature of the internet away.
I feel like we're gonna reach a point where every we're getting there now, but the internet used to, and it's not like it used to. It still is to but it's like it was a place of despite all the shit, it was a place of like creation where people could post stuff they've made. It's like
communal interaction,
right? And I feel like it's just going to become so saturated with AI generated slop that it's just going to be just kind of this cesspool of just like AI generated images.
Real talk, that's how I already feel with Google Images.
Yeah, Google Images fucking sucks.
You just look up just a picture of a monkey, like just any monkey, and eventually you'll start getting like just AI results where it's like, why?
And it's hard because you used to be able to see these results and you can tell pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like it might look good, but you're like, yeah, but I could tell that's AI.
It's becoming more and more tricky.
When I see an AI image, I'd say 90% of the time I'm able to like tell it's AI, even if it looks really realistic. There's like little telltale signs that you can be like
looking
okay.
for font and text. The minute those telltale signs are smoothed out, like
it's getting there.
We
it's
take
really
those
close.
for granted, but like a lot of it is like look at people's like hands, look at people's like eyes and faces.
A big
really
one is
close
lines
up.
that are split up. So it's like if you were to generate something like this
it would be kind of
tile
like
thing.
crooked.
If something was it could be straight, but if something's like covering part of it, it's like look to see if the line can continue through it. That is, I think we're very close to the point where it's just like the little nitty gritty details that make a picture like classic AI, where you can tell it's AI. It's gonna be gone.
Was it A24 who got caught using AI for some shit? I know Disney, I think, has been caught already.
All these companies are definitely.
I thought
using
A24 had been caught using AI in a poster or some shit.
I think using AI like creatively, I think it sucks in the sense of like people aren't creating stuff, and you're also like there could be a talented artist that you're not giving this work to. You're just having a computer make it, which is like trained on other people's art, etc. I think it's good creatively for stuff like project planning, where it's like if you and I are making a music video, using AI to like come up with shot, like we tell it what we want it to look like, and we can use it kind of as a reference. I think that's all right. Where it's like, we have a set that we want to build, creating like images of what that could look like, so we can get an idea.
Well,
of it,
you give
but not
AI
actually,
like the measurements
Right.
and be like, and then you can give it the measurements of all the furniture and be like, could you arrange this in a way where like the space is just decent,
just to get like a visual idea of something. But
yeah.
I really do not like
Which you already do on graph paper for the most part, but
yeah, and this
it's nice to have you not doing that because you don't get paid for it.
well, I could get paid for it.
I
That's
guess,
all I'm saying.
yeah.
If you let me just have a little extra bonus cash, but that's a conversation for another day.
Of course, yeah.
Graph
Another
paper-
day,
graph
though.
paper's expensive, by
Maybe
the way.
another month. Maybe next year. We'll come around to it next year.
Okay.
Maybe a holiday discussion.
Okay. Well, I guess speaking of discussions, looks like this is about where we have to wrap this.
You are
AI
on the
one
edge
up.
of your frame, bucko.
I'll be even more on the edge. In fact, I'm small right now. You can't even because like we're zoomed out because.
Do we need to change the way things are so that you can be center frame? Do you always end up going like...
I'm just slouching like this. Maybe we do need to. I don't know.
Because like even if I slouched, I feel like I'd still... Do we need to put your chair... Do we need to like put the camera down a little bit for you?
Maybe. I don't know. I think this looks fine, dude. It shows that I'm chilling. I'm chill maxing.
You're a beautiful boy.
Thank you, dude.
You're a beautiful man.
All of you who support us are also beautiful, and to the people who are just watching who don't fork over you. You're wonderful and lovely too. But
I wouldn't say beautiful.
I want to give a big shout out to the people whose names are appearing before you at this very moment.
The names,
the big supporters of Super Mega,
the big beautiful boys. Right now, all the big beautiful boys are being shown.
Every last one of them.
And
then there's the bigger beautiful boys.
The bigger beautiful boys, the ones that have the little like emojis next to their name. You can become a big beautiful boy or a bigger beautiful boy over at our Patreon, where you get this podcast early every week and ad-free.
And as well as an extra 15 to 30 minutes of conversation that we do after this episode is recorded.
That's right.
As well as other content like
Uncle Sleepover. It's an exclusive show. Ask Super Mega, Behind the Giggles, and sneak peeks and stickers. Show the stickers, Luke. Put the stickers on screen. You can sign up for our sticker club, which if you sign up to get your name in the episode as a producer, you also get stickers in the mail each month. Beautiful.
So if you want to support us extra, that's a good way to do it. But if you just want to, if you want a way to generally support us, that would help us out a lot. Go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Yeah, huge. Like all you got to do is just click that button, y'all.
If you're like, man, I don't know why I'm not subscribed. I mean, there's a lot of channels that for me, I'll go past and I've been watching for months.
I don't think about it.
Yeah,
because
I'm like, oh, it already shows up in my recommended feed.
Please subscribe.
Yeah,
and I think also I gotta brag. We have the best sticker club in the world of all creators, because I don't see anyone else giving out multiple stickers a month. It's always just one sticker, one little sticker. Ours are fucking goated.
Yep. And next month's stickers are the vagina stickers.
Are we releasing those finally? We could.
The vagina stickers.
We could release a vagina.
I don't think we could, because it's like, do people sign up or be like, I'm over 18?
No.
We can't send
Vaginas
grotesque
via
vagina
the mail.
picture.
Well, no one said it's grotesque, Ryan. Could be a beautiful vagina.
It could be. I mean, yeah. But I feel like in general, just it being a vagina.
Fine, it'll be the penis stickers.
This is a conversation to have on the other part of the podcast that these people can only dream or hope to see.
That's right.
But the bigger and big beautiful boys get to see it.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Doesn't matter if you are a Patreon or not. Just thank you for listening. That's enough. And make sure you comment defenestration.
Yeah, and use it in a sentence, please. Don't just comment the word.
Don't just write the word. We want to see you be creative with it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Love you so much. You're all beautiful in some way or form. Not as beautiful as the big beautiful boys and the bigger beautiful boys, but still beautiful.
And I like to do a little something today to end it off sweet. A little pass it along of your own. There's a lot of people who will buy meals for people ahead of them in a drive-through. I'm just saying, pass off the smiles, pass off the giggles to someone else. The next person you see, if you're driving, if you're just walking down right now, the next person you just happen to make eye contact with, give them a cheeky little stick your tongue out at them.
Give them a little tongue.
Yeah,
stick your tongue out.
Maybe go.
Ooh, throw a little.
If you can manage it, make sure both hands are on the wheel. Don't at least keep one on the wheel.
If you're at a red light, and your seatbelt's on and you're fully stopped, you can take one hand off the wheel to throw a neener at the guy next to you.
And Matt, sing us out, baby.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. We could cut ties with all the lies that Luke's been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. Okay. That's gorgeous stuff, right? Really nice. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Known for spreading the gospel in foreign lands, and he was rewarded with being flayed alive and then beheaded.
But in Armenia.
Honestly, Jesus kind of got out clean.
He got out pretty easy, dude.
Really?
They upright.